Kia ora, hi. Okay, so this is for Kevin. Now, originally the request was to, in regards to your brother, and sometimes I don't feel comfortable doing that because, I mean, there's so much more that happens in the ethers that we on this physical realm don't quite comprehend, and the way I read is I read energy. So anyway, getting into the reading, so what happened was I done the reading yesterday, and what happened was it was quite intense actually. Your brother did show form. His energy showed, his physical form doesn't, because on the other side we are all energy. Okay, and spirit will show us what we need to see, and he came to me as a younger child, so his childlike essence, very playful, and he came to me as a male, and he actually sat on my bed as I was doing this reading. Now, I'm not going to get too much into the reading. What I am going to hint is that yes, your brother did come through, and yes, he is most definitely surrounding your entire family. Like, for example, he sent, so the way I see things is that spirit, his energy, he shows me what I need to see at that current time. Now, at that current time, I was focused more on Kevin and what Kevin needed to know in regards to messages. But now after speaking with you, after I done the reading, I feel as though there were a few messages that your brother was showing me, and that was, so before I started the reading, done my prayers and things like that, I was getting an image of a car accident, and I didn't quite understand that, and so I just allowed it to happen, and this car accident kept coming into mind, and I kept hearing him shouting, quite literally shouting at me, it was an accident, it was an accident. And then later finding out that your sister had a car accident in his car. Now, I don't know what this means. I'm just telling you what I saw. So I saw a car accident. It was quite literally, I was in the car and all of a sudden smash, like in my face. I smashed into something, and he was showing me, for example, you drive around the Kaimai Ranges, and it's like smashing into one of the ranges pretty much. So that's one. And the other memory that was quite intense actually, when I saw this vision, and now during the time I feel like it was a memory, that was the energy I was getting off this, because the immense amount of energy behind this was sadness, but the memory was beautiful, but the energy behind it was sadness, and that was I'm gonna say like early 20s, or you know, like not a teenager, but like 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, like was the age range of the energy of this man. Quite clearly it was a man, walking a gravel road with a younger child hand in hand. Sorry, just seeing it now gets me a bit choked up, because it's most definitely a memory that he holds dearly, and there's a sense of sadness. And then later, speaking with Kevin, has a daughter, and that I feel like is related to that. So, but it's a positive memory, and it's something I feel like I need to say. And I actually started crying because I could feel the absolute sadness behind this memory. And it was these two walking alongside each other. And also the other image that I was getting in regards to Kevin is pretty much that the energy of your brother is around the family, and you know, he hangs out. And also he was telling me that he sends a lot of signs. Now there was this one specific one that I was seeing, and it was, I had my eyes were diverted and there was like a twinkle. It was almost, it was like a twinkle on my wall, and that was quite significant. So he is sending you guys messages, and he is very active, very, very, very active in your life, whether or not you know it or not. And just showing me a vision of how involved he is in within his family, whatever that looks like. But I feel like I need to also reiterate that too. The energy that I was getting from your brother was he's happy, and that, because I don't know what had happened, and the energy that I'm getting is relief and happiness and joy, because on their realm they're still able to actively be around us. And he is not trying, but he's there. So if things are out of place, or if you see something and he pops into your mind, for example, if you're standing out in the ocean and there's a twinkle there and he pops into your mind, it's him. Those are signs. These are all signs. And these are messages that he's sending people in his family. So yeah, just know that your brother's happy, and his soul is at ease, and that he's very proud and he's very active within whatever family situation, and that, and just know that he loves you. It was like I was getting an immense amount of I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. Like, that was very clear about how much he loves you and his family, and I really need to reiterate that, because it was very powerful. You know, that energy is extremely powerful and can do wondrous things. So yeah, I feel like you can really put your mind at ease when it comes to worrying, because he's not worried. He's not worried at all. If anything, he's worried about what you guys are doing, and he's trying his very best to help guide you, because he is guiding also. Is another sign that I got, is that he is guiding, trying to his best, and that he absolutely loves his family dearly. But yeah, I hope in some sense that helps. I know that's not enough information, but you need to be at ease, because he's most definitely at ease, and he surrounds you constantly. So I hope that's enough. In regards to your reading, you need to take more care of yourself and not be so hard on yourself. You're a giver. You give, and the energy that you carry is love, quite literally. The person that you are is, you are a giver, and you will give. That's your natural essence. You do have a few things within your current life that you, for example, study and work, or whatever you're doing at the moment, is going to level up, and you're going to gain a lot of growth and knowledge from some new ideas that are going to be implanted into you from source. You're going to come up with new ideas. You're going to be doing some really pretty amazing things, to be quite honest. What else? We need to put ourselves first. We need to love ourselves and chase what makes us happy. So continue to do that. and just live in the love that you do currently, emotionally, in your mind. Be the truest version of who you are, and continue to do that, you know. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all. One second. Can we get a message, please, and thank you? We'll see if we can get a closing message from my postcards of spirit. Can we get a message, please, for Kevin and his family, please, and thank you? Yeah, preferably from brother. That would be absolutely fantastic, please, and thank you. One more. Okay, I just asked for a postcard from Spirit, really much, pretty much, just to close out this this session, and it says, "Dearest you, there is only one you, and you have a unique path, a special purpose. You're supposed to have a specific experience." To have specific experiences in this world and meet certain people, but then it is up to you how you live, how awake you choose to be, and how willing you are to grow and strip away what's false. Don't compare yourself to others. It's easy to think a person is happier just because their outside looks good according to society's standards, but you can't know anyone's internal experience. Compare yourself only to your past self. Compare yourself only to your past self. See how far you have come. Don't be distracted by what others are doing or accomplishing. Stay focused on what inspires you. That's how you get successful and find happiness. Want what you have now, not what someone else has. We love you immensely, and you know your journey ahead is sparkling with miracles and wondrous things. We love you. Okay, that's just from Spirit for Kevin. There is a time when loss is part of life. Sometimes a loss is welcome. Like when you leave a situation or not in alignment with your highest good. Sometimes a loss is sudden and painful, like when a loved one crosses over to our dimensions. Regardless of the nature of the loss and your control over it, your experience is asking to be acknowledged. Tears are necessary, as is grief. When you repress the natural expression of loss and try to move on too quickly, the unprocessed pain haunts you in destructive ways. We don't want that for you. Instead, let your heart break open wide, feel the loss and integrate it. See the beauty that was, the lessons learnt, and how that as you let go of what has passed, even more of you remains. It gets better, we promise. Your heart expands with more compassion for the world than ever before. Love heals all. That one was most definitely meant for you. Okay, well, I hope that helps you in some way, shape or form. Thank you so much for reaching out. And yeah, love yourself. Allow grief to happen, because if it doesn't happen, we stuff it with inside us, and then our body starts to react negatively. We start attaching ourselves to things that we're not supposed to, and that stops our path and stops growth. So, and we want to grow. Okay, well, I love you very much. You have a fantastic day, and yeah, ciao bella.